Let me hold your hand when I say this. You have an unhealthy obsession with hating Arsenal Football Club and you can't let go. Basic football banter, Arsenal banter is absolutely fair game, and I've learned to have a sense of humor over the years. But the constant justifications and bending of logic to hate, discredit, backhand compliment, and just flat out denigrate Arsenal at whatever they do, it's hit a fever pitch lately. People are losing their minds every time they see a cannon pop up on their timelines. And with all of this Arsenal derangement syndrome hitting all-time highs across the world, we need to get a few things crystal clear. Number one, Arsenal hate is not new. What we're not going to do is continue to let the BS narrative fly of, oh, Arsenal are consistently challenging again for big trophies, and they're manufacturing their own hate. They're unbearable. They act like they've never been here before. Such victim mentality, so sensitive to everything. They should be used to the pressure. The big club. No, we're not going to lump all that BS in and let y'all fly with that. The truth is, a specific brand of Arsenal attention and Arsenal hating has existed in the English game for a long time. Likely longer than you who's watching this video right now has been sucking in oxygen on this planet for. All the way back to 1958 when Laurie Pignett was in the Daily Sketch talking about how Arsenal are covered differently to other clubs, and likely well before that, Arsenal have had a target painted on head, shoulders, knees, and toes in England for a minute now. Herbert Chapman wouldn't have it any other way. Neither would I. Neither would George Graham. Neither would Arsene Wenger. All I'm saying is it's happened longer than you think. Number two, what are the real root causes that make people hate Arsenal Football Club? Not the pure footballing reasons like we whipped your ass one time in 1989, or the superficial reasons like, oh, Arsenal pulled their players from international duty like every other team does. What are the real root causes there? I have a list of a few things that could be, in no particular order, real quick. One, historic London club, epicenter of England, the capital. Comes with its own regional biases and rivalries, make it easy to not like us, whether it be from the guys from Middlesex or where they ship all the rest from Greater Manchester. If you look in this document real quick, from 1930, a newspaper, it'll say Arsenal's pioneer work in the South. Not the South of London, the South of the country, because most football is played in the North. So likely there would be some tension there. Consistent cultural relevance, style, and class, man. Even down to the marble halls in Highbury that people were complaining about because they couldn't keep up. We was styling on y'all. Fully global fan base from celebrities down to the person that delivers your Amazon package dapping them up because we won on the weekend. We haven't been relegated since 1919, aka the end of World War I, and every other club has. Bringing a foreign manager in the 90s that fully revolutionized the league and did what virtually most of the English couldn't. Prioritize technicality over physical graft in that era, win the league, and win the league whilst never losing a match, which has not been done since. Or being the club with a track record of diversity and representation well before it was a norm. Thinking about the Irish contingent of players when tensions were high for Irish folk in England in the 70s like David O'Leary and Liam Brady. Thinking about being the first Premier League side to start 9 black players in a starting 11 and consistent black representation throughout the years. And being the first club in the top flight to field a fully non-English foreign 11 in a starting lineup. Between all those reasons or one of our teams is whooping your team's ass over the years, just take your pick. Number 3, why people can't stop hating Arsenal, and there's 2 reasons for this. One of those reasons is banter era exacerbation in the age of the internet. When you take long-standing Arsenal distaste, put it in pound for pound the worst era of Arsenal's modern history, and you put all of that within the boom of social media, you get the perfect storm to turn Arsenal hate up to an 11 and apply massive scrutiny across the board, from media to common folk alike, everywhere with no break pedals all the time. As internet boomed, social media boomed, it was the worst time to be a failing English club, and that's just how history went, bro. We couldn't spend money, we sold top stars, we couldn't see leagues and other trophies through because of unforeseen circumstances and banter moments, injury being a lot of that. I mean, other embarrassments, United 8-2, Bayern 10-2, League Cup against Birmingham City, Guard of Honor for Van Persie, all this stuff, man. And throughout all of this time, space, and slander, that's where all of those different labels and different sayings about Arsenal crystallized. Arsenal got soft underbellies. Same old Arsenal, typical Arsenal. Easily bullied. 4th place is a trophy for them. They should be taken out of the traditional top 6. I don't want to get into how quickly y'all are glazing or giving grace to the same things you slander Arsenal for with all those labels, but that's another video for another day. And reason number 2, simply put, Arsenal is an incredible media game. Think about the global coverage, the vast fan base, offline and online. It's lucrative to be an Arsenal hater, bro. The engagement, the clicks, the checks, the commentary, momentary, bro. People want to cash in. It's an attention and a money economy, and people just want to get their piece, so they never gonna let go of that. Number 4, why are people losing their minds right now over Arsenal? Well, for one, Arsenal are just really good. Like, damn good. Like, top 5 sides in the world good, plain and simple. And even more so, Arsenal in part became a contender club again by picking up the same traits that they were ridiculed for missing for years. They're soft. They are naive. They don't know the dark arts. They can be physically turned over. Now we have grit. We fight through. We're not physically bullied. We know the dark arts as much as every other club and can use that against you and fight fire with fire. All the things that they said we couldn't become, we are now becoming, and they can't take it. The perception that media and rivals have set for Arsenal for years just doesn't fit anymore. And there's so many people that can't be objective about it because they're blinded by crystallized Arsenal hate, aka Arsenal derangement syndrome. And point number 5, why I call us Kratos FC. If you never heard me say it before, I call us Kratos FC. I made a video about it some time ago. For the non-gamers in the room, it's about a guy who was done wrong by the Greek gods, made his mistakes, but he swore revenge on all of them, and eventually he got his get back. And with each step he took, every god that he took out, often with moves or tools that they used on him, he saw the world around them wilt, destabilize, unravel. And I think that's why the comparison between the Ghost of Sparta and the Arsenal still holds for me in my head. The closer that the Arsenal get to what they want in the end, the powers that be, the people who set the tones and agendas, unravel because they made up a world where Arsenal winning just isn't in the plans. And that's why it'll feel sweet to get there. First and foremost, to see this club back where it belongs as an institution on the top of world football after years of pain. But also, to give back what many people have been setting on Arsenal Football Club for years and years. So don't double back, don't try to save face, stay on that side and call it straight. You have an unhealthy obsession with hating Arsenal Football Club, and I know it burns that the box you made for us just ain't fitting as much anymore.